What is up, guys? This is Mark with the Mic. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast by Recycling Inc. I'm Mark with the Mic. I'm joined by Louis Beans, Mr. New PC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening?
A lot of wrestling this week. I'm almost done with All Out, so I may have we could have a little review of it next week. We do have a review of Payback that happened last Sunday. I honestly thought it was better than SummerSlam.
Yeah, it actually was. A lot more of the matches. Everything seemed to just make complete more sense. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got some cool surprises.
Yeah, and then we also got our weekend wrestling and the podcast we listened to, and I guess we'll start with the Payback pay-per-view because it'll be the first thing that was up. It was besides the kickoff match, which I'll say it was a little sloppy, but it was still entertaining. Most of the matches were good. Most of the matches that kept the story and played around with everything. There may be things here and there that you may like, but other than that, it was a great show.
I agree. I also think as well that, again, the people who have like that really good chemistry, that even though some of those matches, they are repeats.
Yeah.
But they managed to make them not feel like, damn, I'm watching this again. You know?
Yeah. So we'll start off with the kickoff match, the Riot Squad, which I don't think they're calling themselves the Riot Squad. I guess WWE didn't get that memo.
No, WWE calls them the Riot Squad, but they haven't.
They live in Riot, right?
Yeah, they call them Riot Squad.
Oh, okay. I thought they called themselves Live in Riot.
Like they were Riot Squad on the Titantron or the Tron, and on Monday.
Okay, because I remember them saying Live in Riot
when they beat the Iconics.
Yeah.
And destroyed the tag team on Monday.
That broke my heart.
Yeah, that made me sad.
And then she threw her in the fucking underground. That was just messed up.
She's no good. Peyton Royce no good.
Peyton Royce, you evil, evil lady.
You're poor. You gotta be joking me.
Yeah, exactly. What will you give the Riot Squad versus the Iconics?
I can't score it off of just love alone, so I gotta give it a 2 for what I saw. Like it was messy. It was like I don't know why these four have had some really good matches. Like they have hella chemistry.
Yeah.
Like them beating up on Ruby is thoroughly entertaining because as a baby face and her coming back, they just do it right, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say, aside from the slip-ups, it is good to see Ruby and Liv back on the same team. So
yeah, I'll have to give it a 2 as well. Like it wasn't what I expected. I think they could have did better. There was just a lot of sloppy mistiming stuff, which if you get technical, like it kind of threw the match off a little bit. But other than that, it was entertaining. And it was a kickoff match. So usually that's the place you could easily do that and be like, all right, it's fine. But there were some like miss-offs. Is like, yeah, you gotta work on your timing a little bit.
Yeah, this is true.
Our first match of the night: Bobby Lashley defeats Apollo Crews and becomes a new United States champion.
This match was a match I was expecting Bobby to win. So there goes one of my predictions. 2 of my predictions actually.
Yeah.
So I'm happy on that front, and it was actually good.
Yeah,
I think Bobby Lashley's like found his footing in being more entertaining in a match.
Yeah,
he's doing like some unique offense, and like that's thing when he hits you off of the post outside, and
yeah,
because at least he got it down good. Because before it looked like what are you doing?
Yeah,
and so now he's found it. I guess maybe the person Apollo knows how to take it per se, so he spun in midair, and I was like, God damn, that looks amazing. So yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah, it was surprisingly good. I was very happy to see it. It was probably one of their better matches within that whole Hurt business. Crew versus Apollo, so I was happy to see it. I rated it 4.
I give it 4. I'd say I can't wait for Cedric to join the Hurt business, but you know what? I don't think he's smart enough.
I think it's gonna be
take the hint. Really? Well, we'll see on Monday.
If you get a chance, I'm gonna highlight this match because WWE sure as hell haven't. A main event on Thursday, which was on, it'd be on Hulu TV now.
Okay.
Or Hulu, you could watch Ricochet versus Ali in the main event.
I heard.
It was a really good match.
I heard. Now, why was this match not on television or regular TV?
Because I don't know. I really don't know if they know how to book them or do anything with them. Because right now they're just right back into where they were before.
Yeah, I don't know. No bueno.
WWE does things like they'll do two good build ups and just a bunch of shitload of bad ones.
They give with one hand and take away with the other.
Yeah, exactly. Next match is Big E defeats Sheamus. I think this is my match of the night because I was just excited to see it. My only critique is how the finisher looked. I wish Sheamus took it more flat.
Okay.
Because it kind of threw it off because he kind of kneeled down to it, so it looked like he didn't even hit. That would be my only gripe. I would have had Big E finish it with the muffler submission hold.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought this match was great. These two have great chemistry. They have wrestled before for many, many years. So I think Sheamus was a safe bet with a big pay-per-view match for Big E. And I loved it. I really did.
I like the way the direction is going now with them too. They have a feud. They fight each other, beat each other up. Big E got dealt with for winning a match.
Yeah.
So, I like where everything is shaping up. So this match was pretty good. I just gotta say, I could see it the way things seem to be falling in place if a championship match was between those two.
Yeah.
Like that would be Big E's first opponent or something. Then we got to think about who Big E gonna take the belt from though.
Yeah. Roman.
No, what if it's Jay Uso? Was it Jay?
That ain't happening. I'm sorry, that ain't happening. I love Jay, and I'm very happy for him, but it ain't happening. He's the sacrificial lamb right now. It's pretty much why he's that goat that in Jurassic Park they just put it with the T-Rex.
Oh no,
That's him.
I don't think so. I think there's some shenanigans going down. I think this might be the start of something big for Roman and maybe the
finger
Usos.
push?
No, I think they might start a group. I mean, there might be some little shenanigans, but I feel like they might be setting up a little power group or something.
It would be the finger push, the finger of doom.
Because I don't know. Roman seems like he's all business. He might not look past the opportunity to make his stable strong, to make a stable. He never really been the leader of his own joint. Like even in the Shield, your man Rollins was the man. So hey,
it depends on when you see the Shield. Because in the beginning it was more Ambrose.
Really?
Ambrose was the mouth. Ambrose was the mouthpiece for the Shield for the longest time.
Really? Okay.
So if you look in the early days of the Shield, Ambrose was the one that talked the most.
He talked the most,
and he was the only one with the title for the longest time.
Wow.
He was the U.S. champ for like the whole year.
Really?
Yeah.
What's up?
But yeah, we'll see. We'll go into SmackDown a bit later. Next match. What do you give Big E and Sheamus?
4.5.
I give it the same thing. I feel like that the finish had to be cleaner. That's my only gripe with the match.
It just wasn't a perfect match, Like if it for it to have been a 5 for those two, I kind of felt like something would have had to be specifically on the line. Like it just gives you a little push to feel more invested.
Matt Riddle defeats King Corbin.
This was actually pretty good, and those two guys, man, they get along well. They know how to. It's just like they get along well, like in that ring, man. They know how to put on a show.
Yo, they look like they really was like nailing each other at times. Like I was like, damn, he really nailed him in that ribcage right there and shit like that. Like they were going tit for tat in this match. This is very close to the Big E Sheamus to me.
Could definitely see that.
I give it a 4.5 as well.
Yeah, I would give it a 4.5. It surprised me.
Yeah.
This match could be like could be for a championship. Like it was that good.
Yeah. Next match, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defeat Bayley and Sasha Banks.
This has been way better than most things Nia Jax has done. Like, I don't know. You know why she frustrates me is because she'll have so many things go wrong, but then she'll have matches where it's like, oh, yeah, she does get along. Like, especially with Sasha, like they have chemistry where when Nia's beating her up, Sasha just looks like a rag doll.
Yeah.
But they're working together to make it seem even better. So like I do like that, but that might have to be my moment of the night, the end of the match. Like,
that was cool.
That was smooth.
That was cool.
That was smooth. So props to Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, that was a good way to win. I was fine with that win. Yeah, with Nia Jax, I feel like she has to be the big show of the women's division. She has to be kind of booked in that way. Mm-hmm. Like, do more power moves, do things to show your strength and your size, and then stop selling so much.
But I also just think like it is the person she's with, because she was with the perfect person, Kyrie saying, and they ended up having a clunker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's true. And then her and Alexa has some good stuff.
See, yeah, she frustrates me because like, man, she is good, but damn it, does she have just moments of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, sometimes you just don't get. Sometimes you just don't have that chemistry.
Yeah,
it happens. I give this match a 3.5.
I give it a solid 4. Yeah. I was like, it made me happy that it was good.
Yeah, the finish. I think the finish is what sold me the most on this match. How she locked both of them. I was perfectly fine with that. And
it went with the story too. It's just like on so many levels, it was actually really good.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
So I was very happy with that. Next match, Keith Lee defeats Randy Orton straight down in that middle of the ring.
Defeats he
no shenanigans.
Murdered, dominated, destroyed the Viper. Like, he beat his ass like he stole something.
Very good match. Another one that's like very close to Biggie and Sheamus. Like this is a constant thing in this pay-per-view. There were just a lot of good matches, and this was another one. That powerbomb looked beautiful.
Yes, it did.
Seth Rollins did it better though.
I just love how when Lee catches you, when it's done right, the other person that got powerbombed just looks like they just died.
Like Seth Rollins looked like he just lost in Street Fighter. That's exactly what Seth Rollins like. But Randy Orton did a good job taking it. He bounced because he gets you right on the ball of your back. So basically, you were going to bounce no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And it also goes with the character to jump up a little more to sell it. And this was a really good match, really good back and forth. I liked how they worked together, and I would not mind seeing them work together down the road again. I give it a 4.5 as well.
Yeah, I give it 4.5. It was short, on the shorter side. Honestly, I give it a 4. You know why? Because it was too short. I say that knowing that if it would have went too long, it would have been like, damn.
Yeah.
Because you don't know.
Yeah.
So like, but if that's my complaint, it was that it was too short.
Yeah.
Like it's not a classic match. It's like it's a good showing for Keith Lee, not a classic.
And Keith Lee with his Brody outfit.
What's he got? Jeans and a tank top?
Nah, Broly from.
Broly. Okay, yeah. True. With his nice. What's that? The grass skirt from Broly? From the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray and Dominic Mysterio finally get a win.
You're right. This is the actual first win as father and son,
and then
even in this series. You're right. Yeah. Hey man, you can't give it so high. I'm just saying, you gotta go.
Shouts out to Rey Mysterio's outfit, man. He was wearing his Master of the Universe figure's outfit.
Oh. So wait, let me ask. Was the outfit inspired by the toy, or was it just that they were copying?
It was a remake of his original ECW.
Okay.
His first ECW outfit, which it was supposed to be for Superman.
Ah, the color scheme. Okay, yeah.
And they used the same exact one for the Master of the Universe figure.
Got you.
This is the only one I own, and the New Day one.
Wow. Dope.
Really dope. Really good match. Dominic is getting his foot in. I think he's working well. He needs to develop a better repertoire of moves like that. He's know for a fact he can land, because he slips up a lot.
I just don't think he should be hitting people and they should be selling like it's hurting because he's not that big at all.
Yeah, he's like a
Uh,
teenager like fighting you. Like, yeah, you
a
should.
grown man, like
Yeah,
especially Buddy Murphy.
yeah,
Because
like
when he's punching Buddy, is like that's not believable.
yeah.
Because Buddy's muscles could just absorb that. Like, come
I
on, stop
know.
that.
Buddy's a big dude.
He's a big dude, and it's just like when his aerial repertoire is pretty good. Like his jump kicks are crisp, his springboards are all good, but like on the ground, like when you're just hitting, like don't you no, you gotta bounce off the ropes and bring momentum or something.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like he needs an extra layer to hit.
Yes.
Like he's small, too small to be freaking
A
just
spinning back
striking.
fist, or something that like a martial art type of move, something that Ray does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I feel like, yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But all in all, I enjoyed this match. I thought the match was good. Ray and Dominic finally get a win. Ray gets hurt during this match. He pulls his tricep, I think.
Oh, jeez.
So he tore his tricep. So Rey Mysterio is gonna be out for a little bit. Probably not as long as Edge, but he'll be out for a little bit.
Damn. I didn't
Um,
know that.
Good match. Give it a 4.
I give it a 4. I'm happy they won. It was a very good spectacle, and congratulations to Dominic, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
And last but not least, our main event: Roman Reigns defeats the Fiend and the Monster Braun Strowman. When I'm a monster, I talk like this.
I will say that is one of the most disappointing things about this Braun Strowman. It's such a lazy character change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really is.
So for the most part, I did enjoy the match. It was just a beatdown of two just big motherfuckers. I was fine with
I
that.
really wish they would have played like in Street Fighter the movie, the Godzilla King versus King Kong sound effects, because that's kind of what it felt like they were going for.
Yeah. And then you had Roman Reigns not entering the match until later on, which was kind of like just selling his heel character and selling his t-shirt, wreck everyone. And then now he has a new one. Come
Yeah, I
in
know.
and win.
I know. Like, all right.
I guess that's what's gonna be his t-shirt line now.
You know,
Just one phrase.
I'm gonna say this right now. If Roman Reigns had a new shirt every week, I would love it.
Right?
If he just got like at the end of this whole saga, he's got like 10 shirts.
Yeah. But then the next week will be still winning.
Still winning. Yeah.
Big dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
My yard still win.
The number and O, like, yeah.
Yeah. I lost. I'm angry. I don't know. I thought the match was good. I thought the match was more entertaining than the one on SummerSlam. I thought they did a lot more. They did a lot more offense between Wyatt and Braun Strowman. There's a lot of spectacle. I had once I realized in the beginning of the pay-per-view that the apron was not a LED, something was
Okay.
going to happen to that ring.
Got you. You're right.
So in the beginning of the pay-per-view, I was like, oh shit, they don't have LEDs on the ring. That ring's going to break tonight. Because if not, they're going to break the LEDs, and you can't break those. Those are expensive. WWE's trying to nitpick for money right now, and we'll get into that soon. So I saw that happening, and I thought it was cool. I thought they sold it well. And then and then Charles Robinson, he gets a 5 stars just for selling the shit out of that fucking ring.
Yeah. I'll give him a 4.5 because he's not quite John Cone that first time
Yeah.
the ref to, because that was unexpected and hilarious.
Yeah.
But his wobble to
Yeah.
fall was like top tier. So
But I liked what they did. I liked what they showed and what they sold to us. It was just not just hitting and punching. There was wrestling moves being done. There were submissions. They were trying to just take each other out, kind of things. The hammer came out and try to wreck people.
I don't like
with.
when Michael Cole acted like that was the first time he ever seen that. That pissed me off.
Yeah, that's true. Wait,
And it's like,
yeah,
what
he
is
was on the
that?
Raw. Yeah, because he was on the Raw when the Fiend was there.
But it's just like he's seen it. Period. He's seen
Yeah,
hours of footage. Like, why are you acting like you don't know what that is? You called the pay per view when Seth Rollins tried to use it to kill him, didn't
yeah,
you?
exactly.
What?
He has a short term memory.
Selective as hell.
You're right.
So
Yeah, I could see that being annoying. Then Roman Reigns come in, dominates. Well, he doesn't dominate. He gets
he doesn't
he
dominate. He just won.
he just
He did what he
won.
said. He's a man. He gave us the promo. He's a
Yeah,
man of his word. Did what
and
he said.
he almost got the Fiend almost mandible clawed him, and then he slide out and then speared, and he got the win. New
Almost took his
Universal
new
Champion. Huh?
almost took his new teeth.
Yeah, he was gonna take
Tried to
all that new teeth.
take a trophy. So
Um, and then we also had little side things of Alexa Bliss watching the match with her dreadlocks and her playing with her hair.
this is true.
So at least we got that. We talked about that last week. Like at least let's see at least Alexa Bliss be part of this somehow,
Yes.
and we got it. So I gotta give him credit where credit's due. I give it a 4. It was more exciting.
Yeah, I think it was definitely better than that SummerSlam match.
Yeah,
It made more sense because everything they said they could do, they just that last SummerSlam match was a false count anywhere match, and they literally went outside for a hot second, and that just took me out of it. So this one didn't get a chance because they kept the pace up. They were doing different things. They had a little hey, this is we're gonna break something over here. We're gonna go up on a stage and do something. You know what I mean? Like it was going places, but something about it again. Like I say, I feel it wasn't special enough. Like yes, the ring imploding was something, but like if that hadn't been done so many times, even with Braun Strowman, it's just like it loses something.
yeah,
And for me, I would have preferred some other type of moment happen.
yeah.
But that's just me because I like the Fiend to be like special every single time he wrestles. So
Yeah,
that's like my only real nitpick with it. I would give it a 3.5 though. Again, I get Roman doing it, but it was just like that wasn't special.
yeah.
So I'm happy he won. I'm still. I mean, I don't think the Fiend should have the belt. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
don't feel him just being a creepy side character that chases people is like I like that more.
Okay. What overall? What do you give the pay per view?
Overall, I give the pay-per-view like an A minus.
A minus.
It wasn't the best pay-per-view this year. I feel there was like maybe one and two. Listen, this has been a long year. I will give this year some credit. We've had really good pay-per-views from WWE.
Yeah.
I'll give credit. So, on that note, it was a good one, but not the best one. I'll just say that.
I'll give it a solid A.
Okay.
Because I liked the single matches were like they all were good and all different, and then you also had that tag match with Rollins
Wait, we
and
did, yeah. I forgot. I will say this one did do one thing though. As much as like I said earlier about people because of the limited roster, the same thing, same people. This one, yeah, they managed to make everything feel fresh.
yeah. And these are guys that have been fighting for the last couple of weeks, so them feeling refreshed. It was actually good.
Yeah.
Going into Monday Night Raw,
Yes, sir.
we start off with Randy Orton kicking off Raw,
Let's give it a little.
asking for his rematch. Keith Lee comes out.
Well, he was mad about the pity rematch.
Yeah.
He was just pissed off.
So he challenged. So they did a whole bunch of matches to be a triple threat in the main event to go on to fight Drew McIntyre at Clash of Champions. So the matches we got were Dolph Ziggler versus Keith Lee.
Which I liked. I liked the sneak attack at the beginning. So.
Yeah, that was actually really good. And then also he flew as well.
Yes,
We got Dominic versus Seth Rollins.
yes. Yeah.
And KO versus Randy Orton. And
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that with Randy Orton's match, we got kind of a storyline with Alex Black, him coming in and just kicking the shit out of him. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have Kevin Owens versus Alex Black soon, and I'm actually excited for that.
And I just liked so much how much of a story moment that entire thing was. It made sense,
Yeah,
and it's just like, damn, I didn't see it coming. I didn't think about that.
yeah.
I was waiting to resolve the match. I was just, wow, all right.
Keith Lee defeats Dolph Ziggler. He ends your spot at the Triple Threat, which was great. I actually really liked the match. If you haven't watched it, I'll say go buy it because Dolph Ziggler is a great seller, and he took
Yes.
the spirit bomb like a pro.
Mhm. It's just a really good, like Dolph Ziggler, constantly underrated,
Yeah.
but he just never wins.
Ooh, I'm actually excited for Mickey James versus Asuka.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen him wrestle before in NXT Takeover, and it was a hell of a match. So I'm
The
happy
pro-
there's a new, fresh person to fight Asuka right now.
that was a pleasant surprise this week. They set that up, but I'm surprised they acknowledged it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. I was like, I'm mad that they didn't say anything about their fight.
no, they did this week.
Oh,
They
they
did
did?
last time before when they were like talking about who's going to be in the title picture.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't want to. They didn't have it clear that it was going to be Mickey, so they didn't bring it up. But this week when they announced, oh yes, she's going to go after Oscar, and they, but they had a nice set of matches before. They had. I think Corey actually called that match in NXT. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
He was there Takeover for that match.
So I know they brought the takeover match. And I
Because
think they said they got one more.
that was Asuka's first takeover
Okay.
was with Mickey James.
So like I know that, and then there was the first time Mickey came back
Yeah.
when Oscar was on Raw
Yeah.
that they fought then. So it wasn't as special or as I don't know if it was. I don't remember if it was good, but I just know it wasn't as special because it was a regular Raw match.
And then you had Natalia and Lana confront everyone, and then Lana being in the match. Mickey James versus Lana. Lana almost popped out.
She had her gear on. She had her gear on. Like it's crazy. Holy crap!
I was like, oh shit, she wrestles? I forgot.
That's what I'm saying. Like what? Okay.
Um,
And you know what? She won't get credit for it, but I liked Lana in that match because she was vicious.
Yeah.
Like yes, it wasn't one of those matches where you go, damn, they got chemistry. Damn, that's a classic. That's a banger right there. But like, if you see how hard she was working in the match to be like a heel wrestler, like yeah, all right, she's putting in work.
No, it was good. It was a good job for her, and I think she sold what Mickey James had to do, and she sold it well. She also did her little lethal heel shit, and Natty. I'm actually digging the Natty and her teaming up. So let's see where it goes, and maybe they'll put themselves in the title picture as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I like what I'm saying. I'm actually excited for Mickey James versus Asuka.
Yes, me as well.
Then we go into Randy Orton defeating Kevin Owens because Alex Black just beat the shit out of him and then threw him in the ring. And then the match started and got RKO'd and
Kicked him in the face with them nice ass shoes on.
damn right. That shit hurt. It looked like they're wooden.
Oh yeah, he's from what is he from like the Netherlands?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
He got like
What he had new clogs on.
Kicked him with a clog. That's fucked up.
Yo, okay, wait. One day he's got to wear clogs. One day.
One day. Cedric Alexander and the Viking Raiders crashed a Hurt Business celebration. See, this is the reason why I say Ricochet might be the one going heel.
I can see it. Well, it's just like it's. I feel the swerve coming of he's getting beat down every week. He's getting beat down, and they keep on giving him chances because even when he won, they weren't. You saw it. Cedric got the roll up pin in his match. Wasn't he with the Viking Raiders? He was Viking Raiders, right?
Yeah.
And he got the roll up pin, and then they were going to jump and beat him in, and your man MVP was like, no, let him go.
Yeah.
So
they get him next time.
I guess
he's trying. See, that's the thing. I feel like he's doing that just to lead him in, and then he's gonna get jumped from behind by someone close to him.
It's just I feel so badly that he needs something where he can develop his character.
Yeah, I agree.
He's so good in the ring. Like there's no taking away from Cedric's talent, but he needs to be put in a situation where he can speak more.
Yeah.
And develop who he is more.
Yeah.
That's That's what I like.
agree.
Like even Ricochet, he doesn't say a lot, but you already have a feel of Ricochet because he's
Yeah.
had the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, like
He has had a U.S. title.
that's true. You're right.
Next match is the saddest moment of Monday Night Raw. The Riot Squad defeat the Iconics to earn WWE. I actually like the fact that it was for a WWE Women's Tag Team title, but
Yes.
the loser had to disband.
Yes.
So at least they put the title on the line, like
I don't
a
understand
contendership.
it. I have no idea why they did this then, but I feel bad because
That's heartbroken.
that's my team right there. That's my women's tag team right there.
I'm
Before Billy and Sasha formed and became what they are, like they were like the number one women's tag team, like with a big like plus sign next to the name. Because goddamn, they're a unit, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm saddened. Rest in peace, the Iconics.
Man, that sucks. But you see how they did do it to us?
Yeah.
They give you what you want on one hand by having Ruby and Liv win.
You guys take one or the other. Like, fuck it. On both.
I know.
That was heartbroken. Billy Kay, Peyton Royce can't tag team no more.
But you can't trust Peyton Royce because later on in the evening, she showed that she's evil.
She evil. Seth Rollins defeats Dominic Mysterio to advance to the triple threat match. See, this is, as much as I love Seth Rollins and I actually was happy he was in the triple threat, I felt like this is the spot you should have gave to Dominic.
I think that could have been a thing. Yeah. I think it could have been a thing.
He was gonna lose
I
it.
think it might have been a thing, right? Because wasn't Rey Mysterio supposed to be in the match?
Yeah. So I would have gave Dominic the win, have him in the triple threat match, and just to lose. Like, that's fine, but giving him that spot will be interesting, especially after beating Seth Rollins the night before.
True. That's true.
So it makes Seth Rollins more mad.
But we did get more character development with Buddy.
Yeah.
And stuff because he
Buddy's
got
gonna kick
berated
his ass.
and slapped around. Listen, don't let a grown man slap you in the back of your head.
No,
like that.
Buddy's gonna kill him. Buddy's gonna take him off,
so.
take him out for 2 to 3 months.
Buddy's gonna put him up on a cross if you don't stop playing with him. Just
Exactly.
he gonna make him a messiah for real. You better stop it.
Yeah. Then we go into the Raw Underground. Riddick Moss defeats Titus O'Neil in the Raw Underground.
I thought that was cool, but also like, why you gotta do him like that?
Exactly, man. He has 2 kids.
But it's just like this is the theme of. It seems like right now this is the theme with WWE is we give you one thing and we take it away with the other hand.
Yeah.
Because we had Titus O'Neil look like a badass doing what he do, whooping that ass, and then he just gets chump changed. So
our truth is like a 39th reign of 24/7 champion right now.
I love it. As long as he makes it entertaining, I'm all here for it.
His ninjas was on the list either. Yeah, how y'all disrespect his ninjas?
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Retribution strikes again against the Street Profits Andrade. Andrade stays in the ring and gets jumped as well with the Street Profits. This is one thing they fucked up the storyline for the Retribution. You want to know why?
Okay.
They're exclusive to Raw.
Which is just like, what?
Stupid.
How
Retribution's following rules, yo?
That makes no sense. Please, guys.
Yeah.
Consistency. Where's it at?
Yeah, it was dumb.
I agree.
But they were there, and there was a lot more of them, so it confused you who they are. And it is what it is. I don't care anymore.
It's taking too long.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. I really don't. Unless they're like, again, and then a lot of rumors like Roman Reigns is the one behind it, and now they can be on SmackDown, so they're going to be on Raw. So you got to find someone on Raw to be behind it.
Yeah. There's gonna see, like, now they'll put themselves in a situation where no matter what they do with it, it's gonna look like a half-assed decision.
Yeah.
Like if the plan was to have it be they were related to Seth.
Yeah.
If they do that now, it's gonna look like they just decided to dump it on Seth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so like, they waited too long.
Yeah. Then we got Jessie Duke knock out Billie Kay because the evil Peyton Royce threw her in the ring. Peyton, you're evil.
I didn't I didn't understand how they had her Marina Shafir with her mom dress on.
Yeah.
like like why was she so adamant on defending her friend like that when she was on the outside? Like they could have just Shane didn't say anything. He just stood there watching that whole thing go
Yeah.
down. Like you just want to see these women get you just want to see somebody get hurt.
Yeah.
Damn it, Shane.
That's why he's
Damn
the
it. Sick.
the Hurt Business brutalized Apollo Crews, Ricochet, and Cedric Alexander in Raw Underground. Randy Orton defeats Keith Lee and Seth Rollins to earn his WWE Championship match at Clash of Champions. Really good match. Love how they build Keith Lee. He powerbombed the shit out of both of them.
Yes.
Seth Rollins looked like a Street Fighter character dying. It was great.
Oh man, everything's going on right now. It's like since the beginning, we had a little hiccup with Keith Lee, but now we on a roll now. So
It's almost getting normal. It's almost there. You got to change this theme. The theme has to change.
yeah, it sets a tone, man. It sets a
Yeah.
mood. It really does.
Like have him rap a new song. Have someone
I
rap.
know.
Yeah, because he did the rap in the first song.
This is true.
So you could just have him rap the second song.
So let's get it done.
Get on it because I can't take him serious with that music. I really can't.
Makes
I gotta
sense.
mute it and just play his thing on my phone.
And he gotta it. I will say one thing that's kind of like why is his cadence talking to Randy just like it feels awkward because like why are you standing there calling this man Mr. Orton but Randy's supposed to stand there and not just RKO you.
Yeah.
It just feels off.
But that was always his thing. He always had like a calm demeanor when he did conversate, unless something really ticked him off.
It just doesn't look right for Randy to stand there
Yeah,
because he's clearly annoyed.
yeah,
It's like his character. He's clearly like in the middle of a heated.
yeah,
Like last time he got interrupted, he's in the middle of a heated discussion. This week he got interrupted. He was in the middle of a heated promo. And
Yeah.
it's just like, just RKO this dude.
Let's go into NXT Super Tuesday, and which is next week will be Tuesday as well. And there's actually a lot of talks of it staying on Tuesdays, so we'll see what's gonna happen there. Isaiah Swerve Scott and Breezango defeat Legado del Fantasma in a 6-man street fight.
That was actually really good.
Really fun match. I thought it was really fun.
Fandango was doing his thing. He was catching the beat down, but then when he came back, it was
Yeah.
awesome. I love the fucking the forklift.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was so much fun.
Really good match. Really enjoyed it. I think it kicked off the night really well, and it was a fun match. Candice LeRae defeats Casey Carrazzo. I actually thought that was a good match as well.
Yeah.
Candice
really good.
Carrazzo.
She's really good.
It was really good. I like Candice LeRae's finisher.
It looks vicious.
Yeah. And one of the Retribution was with her. Just
What was
saying.
that?
Kaden
What's
Carter.
going on? Oh, okay.
So one of the girls is really short, and there's only 2 really short girls in NXT, and that's Casey Carrazzo and her. And she has dark skin, so it's her.
Okay.
You see her hands.
Okay.
This match I actually really liked, but I was a little disappointed. Timothy lost. Bronson Reed lost because he had a dope ass entrance.
Yeah.
Timothy Thatcher versus Bronson Reed.
I mean, it could have been a match of the night.
It was good.
I kind of think it was.
So
I'm hesitant to say.
the Iron Man match was good. It was just I hated the end.
Yeah, I wasn't fulfilled with the end. I think they could have did better.
Yeah.
But I guess they're holding off, like prolonging this. So they're gonna have to do something. They set a match, right?
Yeah. I was a little mad. You know what? And what? We'll talk about that because that's the next match. But there's Timothy that Austin Theory comes in, interferes the match, and Timothy Thatcher wins.
Slap a man in the face and get away with it. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
man. I love the entrance, Bronson Reed's new entrance.
Yes, sir.
That was actually really dope. That made me pop. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty fucking cool. Main event is our 60-minute 4-way Iron Man match for the NXT title. Adam Cole, Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. These are like probably, I'll say the Mount one of could say the Mount Rushmore of NXT.
NXT All Stars.
Yeah. I liked the match a lot. Don't get me wrong, to go on for 60 minutes and actually make a creative match of how they did it was really good.
Mm-hmm. And it couldn't have been better people to do it. Like, they know how to pace themselves, the way certain things happen. I mean, actually, truth be told, Johnny really shines in matches like those.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah, because that dude never gets tired. He fucking keeps going.
Right.
Finn Balor shined. I think everyone shined in this match. I thought that it was a really good match and could be easily it could be a candidate for match of the year, just what they did. But my biggest gripe, because you did such a good match, is the fact that you ended it in a draw.
Yes.
That pissed me off. And then you saw it coming. That's what really bothered me. Because you saw Adam Cole up and staring, looking. Yeah. So I was like, all right, it's going to go to... I thought it was at least going to go to a sudden death.
Gotcha.
But then I saw the time. And I'm like, yo, they're not going to get more time. Mm-hmm. So I was a little disappointed with this.
I was 100% disappointed with the end, but the match itself was great, so...
Yeah.
I didn't feel too bad.
Next Tuesday, we're going to get Adam Cole versus Finn Balor.
And that should be great.
Finn Balor.
This is the second time since Finn's can't come back, so...
Let's get that belt on Balor.
Do it.
I want him to... I have a feeling McAfee comes in and interferes and there'll be shenanigans.
Okay.
But,
it will make sense.
I could do without it, though.
As soon as you say that, I bet you they're writing it down right now.
This motherfucker knows what we're doing. Really good NXT. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the Iron Man match was something that we haven't seen in a while, done in an hour long. The women in Impact did an amazing one as well, but they did a half-hour one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see it. I like to see the athleticism of these guys. They did a lot of crazy shit. But again, why? You could have easily had someone. If you did it that way, have someone win, and you could easily made the person that was close to winning fight him next week for the title.
True.
You could have did something. You could have had a final winner. I think this needed a final winner because you're having four of the best. You should have did it.
They deserve it.
Yeah, they did. NXT, where you give it?
I give it an A. Still great.
I give it an A as well.
I mean, again, there was nothing bad. Like,
yeah.
even the match it ended not ending the way I wanted to, still wasn't anything bad this week. So, like, yeah, it's just great. It just wasn't like, oh my goodness, like for real. If Finn Balor would have won, instant S. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
that's just my bias. But other than that, yeah, great show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I give it an A as well. What in that Raw? What do you rate it? Because I don't think we rated it.
Oh, I give it a B plus.
B plus.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a B plus as well. It was good.
They gotta iron out that retribution nonsense.
Yeah, they do.
You gotta give it a point already.
Let's get so I watched Impact. Not a lot happened. They kind of did the conclusion of Wrestle House. If you haven't been watching Wrestle House is like a reality show within the world of Impact Wrestling that they're in a different dimension.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny as hell, and then they just ended it today, and they all teleported into the Deonna Purraz's champion celebration.
Really?
They teleported into the ring.
She must have been upset, or was she happy to see him?
Yeah.
Was she happy to see him?
Huh?
So was she happy to see them?
Yeah, no, she wasn't. And then Kylie Ray is the number one contender for the women's title. And then also we got the introduction and the return of Emma, Tanina Dashwood.
Yes, it's been a little bit. And did you get to see? Because I retweeted it on the Red Cyclone Twitter. Because Impact put it out. The post, it's like a little mini poster.
Yeah.
Of all the women in their division.
Oh, that
And like
division that division is kicking
super
ass right
talented,
now.
dude.
Yeah,
Everybody that they showed on there has got something unique, and it's like, I don't know even if I don't know who they are,
yeah.
it's kind of like, man, I just want to see what they can do.
They have a really strong roster. I like what they're doing with Impact Wrestling, and I kind of like it more than AEW. I kind of focus on it more.
It's
So
hella fleshed out, man. They
yeah,
did a good job.
they're doing. You know what they're doing? They're mixing the craziness of Lucha Underground into this.
Okay.
So they're giving you some random like they teleported into the fucking ring.
You're right.
You 100% sold me that they teleported into the ring. I'm all for that.
That's it.
They
That's how you do
teleported
it,
from
though.
my house with Tommy Dreamer to a ring. So like shit like that, I'm fine with. Like we always say, like if you're gonna go all the way with it, and that's
Yes,
something
sir.
they did. I love the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers. He's looking to fight Moose, so he might be fighting him next week.
Okay.
We had Heath Slater save Rhino, and Rhino got the win.
Oh, that's awesome.
RVD versus Sammy Callahan started the evening. It was actually a really good match. RVD still fucking is going.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
then
so who won?
Sammy Callahan.
Okay, cool.
And then you had new champion in Impact Wrestling. Eddie Edwards
EY.
loses to EY.
Hell yeah.
So it was interesting.
Congratulations.
Good show. Really good show.
Congratulations to Eric Young.
Yeah.
That man could have been a champion anywhere he went, and he didn't get the chance at first. So I'm happy to see him go somewhere and be appreciated. So
Yeah. AEW. Did you actually watch AEW this week?
yes, I did get to see most. I got to see most of it. I didn't get to see Dark this week though.
Yeah. I didn't watch Dark. I don't watch
Kind of
Dark.
sad. Oh, God. Hey man, that's where you get to see Sean Spears
Yeah.
most of the time.
I was hoping he'll win the Casino Battle Royale. That's who I was going for.
Okay.
But then you had Matt Sydal being the Joker card, and then almost doing his own Shockmaster impression.
Macho Mania. That's
Yo,
might as well have been what he shouted when he jumped.
Yo, I'll say this straight up: the first like 5 matches are all going to be on Botchamania.
Yeah, unfortunate. It's unfortunate, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't look for anybody to fuck up, but like yeah, there's some bad stuff that went down. But not on the regular show though. That's the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Did you get to see AEW the show last week or no?
I did see last week. It was good. I liked it the end with MJF and Moxley. I thought it was a good story to tell.
Oh, smart, smart Mark getting his ass whooped. That see, he knew how to make a guy. He knew how to make himself look like he didn't know how to wrestle, but you could still tell he knew how to do certain things. And
Yeah.
it's like that's kind of the way to do it, man. It's like it's funny because you can do more stuff.
Yeah.
Like Moxley can get away with doing more, and it was that whole segment I felt was just fun.
Yeah, and I know that segment got a lot of ratings because that whole Major Wrestling podcast group watched that match. They want
Awesome.
AEW just for that.
Awesome.
And Smart Mark is a fucking great character, and I'm actually really happy for him. Those are my dudes from the Major Wrestling podcast, man.
He deserves credit. You can see he can talk.
Yeah.
And maintain a character for a while. Like
Yeah.
Smart Mark is like legit, like
Yeah.
very entertaining.
He did a lot of WWE like shit too.
But he was never a character for long.
No,
would
he
just
wasn't.
Show
He was
up,
just
say
like
something,
a
and get beat up.
bodyguard or something like that. Yeah.
Because I
But,
do remember he had matches. So
Yeah. And those are Brian Myers guys. He trained them all. Brian Myers trained Sterling. He's trained MJF. He trained the new girl from the Dark Order. He trained
Anna Jay, yeah.
yeah, the 2 Dark Order
Oh, you
people.
talking about and he also trained Statlander.
Yeah.
Who I think is like
His
she's
favorite.
almost ready. So like,
Nah, she still has a few months. She just started walking.
oh she did. Oh okay, that's what it was.
Yes, that's what she
Gotcha.
posted. She's just started walking.
Gotcha.
But she's coming, and that's Brian Myers' favorite is Statlander.
Hey, she's really really good. She just
Yeah.
has to find her footing. And yeah.
Yep. So AEW had their road to All Out. I will have the review all out later next week because I gotta watch the last match.
Okay.
I watched most of the show. Most of the show was mediocre. I wasn't crazy about it, but I'll talk about it next week. So we start off with Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz. I honestly kind of like fast forward this match.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it was all right.
It was alright.
It was actually all right. Yeah, it was all right. Like I like Santana and Ortiz. They have see one of the things that I do like about them is that they do have unique offense. They'll do some things that it'll be like, wow. Like I like okay, now you're gonna have to help me out here because when you just have two names and I'm not familiar with you like that.
Yeah.
I kind of forget who's who. So which one is Santana? Which one?
Santana's the bigger one. Ortiz is the one with the little fro.
So Ortiz is the one with the fro. So
he does the claw. He's the claw marks when he's fucking.
Got you. So Santana has a cool move where he does a slingshot off the ropes, but he does your legs. So when in that match he did it to Trent and Trent flipped upside down and it looked like he was gonna fall on his head. Obviously they knew what they were doing, but like that looked like oh shit.
Okay.
So like yeah, they have chemistry. They have fought a lot. I think they even fought in New Japan. So
yeah,
they're pretty good together.
Yeah, I have things like honestly, if the match is not if it's going too long, I tend to fast forward, and I kind of did the same thing with the Young Bucks Jurassic Express versus SCU and Private Party.
I got to see that as well. Again, I have my gripes about Luchasaurus because he does the kick thing again. He comes in, starts kicking you, and it's like, yeah, you should be out.
Yeah.
And like they don't sell his kick as
like
devastating.
You got to think of his kick like him hitting you with his tail.
Yes. Again, he's like Aleister Black ×2 because he's a martial artist, a black belt, and all that. But he's like twice his size. He's a giant man.
Yeah, he's like 6'5".
And when you don't put the effort in to like have dudes just laid out, it's like you just kind of wasting your time doing that.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, the match is cool. There's more character work with the Bucks turning slightly into assholes.
Yeah.
And I hear the pay-per-view they were more like, so they might actually be straight up bad now. I don't know.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're not.
Okay. But you see shades of them just being dicks. So
yeah,
we'll see.
You had Jericho versus Janela.
I didn't see the whole match, but I saw the highlights. Yo, he killed him.
Yeah, he did.
Jericho killed him. I props to Janela because he looked like he died.
Yeah.
Like the code breaker he did was nasty. It was like, yeah, they did the right thing. That ended the match.
Yeah.
Right into the lion tamer. So.
And just like every Dynamite, you need a brawl, and that's what happened after this match.
Yeah, they murdered that poor dude.
Thunder Rosa versus Sierra on DB. She was part of Mae Young.
Teams. That's yeah, for Mae Young. Yo, she was awesome.
She was also a trainer.
Props to them.
That was
my match of the night. That was my match of the night.
Yeah, that was a really good match.
She was. If you don't, I'm not familiar with her, and me seeing her like have time.
Yeah.
With somebody that, because again, the Mae Young was a while ago, so I'm not up on it because it was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is your first time seeing Deebs like fight somebody who's good like Thunder Rosa, hell yeah, that was awesome.
That was a really good match. I think that was my favorite thing out of Dynamite this week, and the ending. I liked the ending of Dynamite, but a really good match. She's a good wrestler. She was also a head trainer in NXT for a while too.
Okay.
But she wants to wrestle. And then our main event was Jon Moxley versus Marcus. This one is my favorite thing just because, again, we talk about them all the time, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, which right now they have the Super 7 figures, which I just got to pre-order this week because those shits are fucking amazing.
I love the multiple heads, though.
Dude, I love the little... They have a figure of the... They have a figure of themselves.
Yes, yeah, that's so good.
I got to pre-order it. You have the whole month to pre-order.
Oh, nice.
And then after that, it's done. Because those figures are handmade. Those are fucking made to order kind of thing.
Nice.
So I'm definitely gonna pre-order. I might pre-order two sets, just to have one mint, and then I'm gonna take out the other.
Nice.
And I love the cases. The cases are beautiful.
So, do they have the dates when you can expect them?
Next year. It's like August next year.
Next year. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Ninja Turtle, their Ninja Turtle line was like that too. Like Raphael didn't come out to like they pre-ordered Raphael last year, like in April, and then they come out to like last month.
Gotcha.
Again, they're producing like each one by order kind of thing.
So it's super limited edition.
Yep, Super 7, Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. Definitely check it out. And shout outs to their producer, Smart Mark Sterling. He's the lawyer, and he got his ass handed to him by Jon Moxley with his little fucking Captain America suit.
I love it. The entire outfit was awesome. I love how he moved, how he did the little side steps. Like, it's great. Shout out to the commentary for at least going with the character and everything. Yeah. Like everything worked. It was great.
And then in the end of the match, you had Warlord and MJF come and destroy Moxley, and I actually thought this was probably one of the best things they've done so far.
Okay, good stuff.
One thing I will spot out though, you hear Moxley tell him go crazy.
Oh shit! Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Other than that, so they closed up on him, and you clearly hear him say "Go crazy." Really good thing. I like what they're doing, and also it shows like Moxley's still like MJF's still learning. MJF is really young, so him being in that spot, he's still learning. He's taking what the vet's gonna tell him, and definitely do that. But yeah, it was a decent show. I'll give it a B+.
Yeah, I definitely give it a B+. It has some entertaining stuff on it.
That Thunder Rosa match was like surprised me. I actually liked their match a lot more than what I saw in All Out.
Yeah, Deebs. I gotta give credit to Deebs though. She's really good.
Yeah, a nice piece. It was a nice piece match. Let's go into SmackDown. WWE. We start off with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Roman just standing there looking like he got nothing to say. He's just angry.
The High Chief. I love it. I like them saying certain things now with Roman. Like the High Chief. I like just him saying the catchphrase on it. Like there's little bits of The Rock, but not the way people would think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's got his mannerisms, his own mannerisms, his own like way of doing things in the ring. But like there's also little things that I think that's smart.
Yeah.
That is smart to learn from.
And the promo was solid. But Roman saved was solid, and then Roman got a new T-shirt.
Yeah, and we got a new side of Paul Heyman too. Not the same loudmouth. He was super serious.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, we need a new theme.
I agree. Also, I don't like that 3D Roman. That looks stupid.
Yeah, it looks kind of like it could easily be edited to something else.
It just looks dumb. I'm just saying, it just looks dumb.
Yeah, and that's like, a babyface kind of shit. Like, yo,
put the dog.
Put the dog's face.
Yeah, like you could make a big that. They have a CG dog. Like, why isn't the dog just doing something? Going crazy.
I don't like it. It just looks weird.
Yeah, no bueno.
But I do like the promo, and I thought it was solid sell for Roman Reigns, and I'm happy he's back. We all been asking for this for a long time, so stop your bitching about it.
You're right.
We've been asking this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know when when was a time they should have done this?
Years ago.
But when he at a certain a pinpoint time.
Okay,
when he beat Taker.
All right.
He came in the next night, say, "This is my yard now," and then dropped the mic. After that, that's when he should have been heel.
Wow, you're right. Yeah,
but we got it. He's finally heel with new teeth and all. It only took new teeth to get him to go heel.
So long.
Roman new teeth, like Louis Bean's new PC. Heavy Machinery and defeats the Miz and Morrison. I thought this was hilarious. Fucking Morrison.
I agree. He stole his lunchbox.
No, he stole his lunchbox to briefcase.
It's because he twisted. Yeah, I love that. Man. But again, like it was also good match.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and you know what? And then also Paul Heyman talked about there's going to be a 4-way match to the contender to someone that's going to face Roman Reigns, but he pretty much says you guys are not worthy of me saying your name into the match and things like that. I actually thought that was actually pretty cool. It was a good promo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they go to the back of the match. Miz tells them, yeah, you know, just because you stole the money in the bank doesn't mean you have the money in the bank. And then they open it.
But I just love Morrison. I love how Morrison was still in his own world, even when the Miz told him that. He was just like, I don't care.
I don't care. I'm still going to try it anyway. And then he was about to eat the sandwich.
Yeah.
That's when Otis was going to kill him after that.
Oh, yeah.
Then we got announced the 4-way match was supposed to be Big E, Sheamus, Baron Corbin, and Matt Riddle for the spot for to fight Roman Reigns. We go to backstage, and Sheamus and Big E get into a Big E's in an interview, and then he gets jumped by Sheamus. He gets destroyed by Sheamus. He gets that white noise, I think it's called, onto a car windshield. And took Big E out. And then we go into another segment that Uso was talking to Roman, and it's like, hey, cousin, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking. And then
he was like, at the end, he was like, hey, you want to get a steak sometime? He's like, no, I. Little things like that. Yeah,
and then, so Jay Uso gets presented to the 4-way match.
Yes, sir.
Which, when I saw that, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
I can say that, but I'm still listen. As much as I can see it coming a mile away.
Yeah.
I do hope for a Jey Uso heel turn. I hope he teams up with Roman, and I hope they beat the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's me personally. I hope he doesn't just beat up his cousin. You know what I'm saying? That's too easy.
Yeah. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defeat Sasha Banks and Bayley. Oh man, this was it was good. And it was crazy.
But
Bayley snapped and went to try to kill her.
This is the best version of Vicious Bayley there's been, so I liked it.
Bayley has attacked every single one of the 4 horsewomen like this.
You're right. She cannot be trusted.
She's the Highlander. Only could be one.
And you never expected. You never saw it coming.
You never saw it coming. Oh God, I hate that fucking.
I know, right? It's the worst.
I'm glad they didn't use that. They didn't saw it coming.
Oh goodness, you imagine? I bet you Michael Cole was shaking.
Fucking Corey Graves, like, shut up.
Don't you do it? Don't you?
It was a very good way to use the segment. I did not expect it to actually happen right now. The way it was done, it was fantastic. Like, Bayley looked like she destroyed her, and like Sasha's gonna be out for a bit, and that was a hell of a way to do it. Heel Bayley has been probably my favorite thing that has been developed in WWE.
I agree. It's up there. Well, you know what? Her and heel Randy, because Randy's a guy. I always say he could give you a 5-star, 10-point performance, or he could just make you not want to watch wrestling no more.
Yeah,
he has that ability.
The Instagram,
Scott Steiner's coming.
Oh fuck, Scott Steiner. The Intercontinental Championship picture intensifies with Jeff Hardy coming out, talking shit to the real Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. AJ Styles comes out. It looks like they're gonna get into a triple threat at the next pay-per-view Clash of Champions.
That was fun. That was good. I like that. I still love AJ just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Just like, what the hell are you
And
doing?
Sami Zayn, the true Intercontinental Champion, still there.
Yes, sir.
And then we get our main event, which is Jey Uso versus King Corbin versus Sheamus versus Matt Riddle to earn a Universal Championship match at Clash of Champions. Jey Uso for the win.
After that was a really good match. I have to
It
give credit.
was.
More props to Matt Riddle, because again, we haven't seen him work with those other guys like that.
Yeah.
So like it was just really good, really smooth, and I love how Jay won it.
Yeah.
Matt hit the Broton, and then boom, frog splash. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not frog splash, died. Just
Yeah.
a flying Samoan. Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Is he the juicy one? Is that he's
Yeah.
juicy J?
That's juicy. That's Juicy Oos. Yeah.
Yes. So there you go.
Because Jimmy is the Naomi's husband.
But what's his nickname?
Jimmy is and up down down is just Oos. I forgot what is this. He's juicy though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that won. I'm excited to see what they do. I feel like I was saying it's gonna be a freaking rest in peace situation that he's gonna destroy him. But let's see what they do. I'm willing to right now. I'm trying not to have my thoughts flow into what they should be doing, and I want to see where they're gonna tell the story to.
Yeah, this has been good so far. So
Yeah,
let's see.
I think this was the best show of the week.
I could agree with you.
Yeah,
I could agree. Pretty much everything made sense. I love Sheamus being such a dick after he did that to Big E,
yeah,
where he had an interview with Bill Braxton. I know some people might have found that boring,
yeah,
but if you listen to what he was saying, he was such a dick.
yeah,
He was just going on and on about how I don't see him as a number one contender. Oh yeah, this guy. And I'm just like, wow, you just beat him up, and you had the nerve to stand there and run him down. That's terrible. I love this new Sheamus. I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
out there.
yeah. Yeah. I think I think this is gonna get an A+. I think this story driven is very strong. I think they have what they. I think SmackDown, especially if you actually look at the last pay-per-view, SmackDown was the strongest show of the matches on the pay-per-view.
I could definitely see it.
So I see where they're going. I see what they're doing, and I'm just along for the ride. And I want to see how it comes out. I see Big E getting built into. I will say this early, and I'll say it now. I have a feeling Big E's winning the Royal Rumble.
All right.
I think he's
Okay.
gonna rival Sheamus. I don't think he's gonna be on TV for the next 2 weeks. I think he's gonna rival Sheamus until Hell in a Cell. They're gonna do the whole team versus team match at Survivor Series, and then the TLC pay-per-view. He's gonna start getting himself into the title picture. Royal Rumble. He's gonna be part of the Royal Rumble, probably an early entry, and have him fucking have the crowd and the fans all crazy when he gets into the win, and then lead into WrestleMania against Roman Reigns.
I if he doesn't get drafted, I have a feeling that the draft is gonna shake things up in a way that I can't predict.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Because if he gets drafted, if it's just him, I have a feeling it might be because I don't think they're gonna have him fight Roman. That's what I think.
Yeah,
But I could see if they draft him to Raw, that he has free reign to fight anybody. But I think they would do a situation where it's just Big E
yeah.
and not Kofi and Woods.
I don't want that.
I don't want
together.
If you promise me a really good like main event, because man, depending on who it could be,
Yeah,
him versus Drew could be good. Him versus Keith Lee, could you imagine that?
yeah,
Like how things are shaping up. It could be Randy, it could be Keith Lee, it could be shit. Yeah, imagine if it was Brock Lesnar.
yeah.
Imagine if it was Goldberg. I would accept it in that case because that's what Big E wants.
Because Biggie wants Goldberg. He's like, I don't even want a long match.
Yes. If it was like Big E versus Goldberg for Universal Championship, I'd give it to Big E. I mean,
Yeah.
I let him have it. You know.
Yeah.
So,
But I think the fact that you're building Roman Reigns to be this big heel, I think the biggest babyface you could easily put in that spot that could go toe to toe with Paul Heyman in promos, I think Big E is your guy. And then you know what you could do? You could go into their history because they have a lot of history in NXT and FCW too.
okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Because they were in NXT and FCW together. Big E was the guy that was supposed to be in the Shield before Roman Reigns.
Really?
There's a lot of story that they could really build. If they do it smartly, they could really build. They have history. They have a lot of history together. So there's a lot of things they could do with that.
They just need to make that apparent because me as a casual, like not casual, but I didn't dig deep.
Yeah.
And you see how they have to try to fight to put over Big E's accomplishments.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. That shouldn't be a fight.
No, it shouldn't.
But because of that, and that's what this is where we are. Yeah. I would love it if there were packages that put things in perspective to let the fans know, like, oh man, these guys, they really do know each other.
Like, what they could easily do, especially when, like, say for instance, he does take the Royal Rumble, right? And then he chooses Roman to fight. That's when they could really go into the nitty gritty of Roman just down talking him, saying you were just a second place person compared to me, kind of thing, in NXT and FCW. And you can actually watch show videos of that, showing him following his footsteps, showing him showing the backstage like talks of who's going to be in the Shield and things like that. I know they have footage of all this shit, so these are things they could easily show, and it could be built into a real personal and a really strong match.
Yeah, that's true. Because before we go off of this, I'll say they have the ability still to make good promo packages. Because I'll tell you which one was actually really good was the Keith Lee Karrion Kross.
Yeah,
two guys who really didn't even fight each other, didn't really get to have a big built up feud.
Yeah,
but that package they put on the takeover, like I would say that's one of the best packages like they've ever had.
Yeah,
and it's like they put a shit ton of work in there, so you could sell Big E versus Roman for me any day.
Yeah, I think you could do it if you go. I think it would be more interesting if they go personal and they go into their careers and into the big talks of Big E was originally supposed to be part of the Shield. No, people know it was him, Cassizono too. Cassizono was another person that was supposed to be part of the Shield, and there was a lot of story that they could go into that with that. And then they were during the same time in FCW. They were during the same time in the early days of NXT when Big E was the champion. I actually think they fought once in NXT for the NXT title, and Big E won.
Okay, wow.
Before Roman was Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
He was Lackey or whatever his name, Lackey or some shit like that.
Okay.
And then he also beat Seth Rollins for the title.
Big E?
Yeah, he beat for the NXT champion. He beat Seth Rollins.
Ah, okay.
And then Bo Dallas beat Big E.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Bo Dallas gone, or is he not? Or is he still there?
He's just not wrestling.
What? See, again, you just said that. Now that just made me mad.
Come
on, man.
There is supposed to be a special extra person coming to the Fire High Funhouse.
You think that's
who it is? I did like the Alexa Bliss little thing. I like the little hints they showing with Alexa Bliss. If you watch Talking Smack, she kind of was in her own little space, and I think she sold it really well. Like, if you didn't watch Talking Smack, I would advise you to watch it. Austin Creed is actually hosting it now with Caleb Braxton with his blue suit.
Nice.
And it was a good one. But Alexa Bliss is a guest, and there's the times that they're asking her questions, and she just stared in a blank space. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna do this," and like that. It was actually really good, and I think that Alexa Bliss is gonna kill it once she gets something going with that.
Nice.
Yeah. So, podcast we listen to.
Actually, I have one that you should check out because I just put it on in the background because YouTube has picture-in-picture, so you could just have a little box on the side and have the podcast playing.
Yeah.
And their podcast is on YouTube, and that's the AEW.
Yeah.
I think it's called Unfiltered, I think it is.
Yeah.
It has a name after it. I got to listen to a bunch of those, but a recent one was Ricky Starks.
Okay.
That's probably that's an eye-opener.
Okay.
Like when you read it, when you hear that one, because he was not a wrestler, he has no real athletic background. He just fell in love with wrestling when he was a kid, like because his family, specifically, I think he says his brother and his sister.
Yeah.
They had watched it, and he was just in love with it, and he just took the love and just went 100% and became a wrestler. I'm like, damn, all right, shit.
I gotta check that one out then. I'll put it in my list to listen to. Damian Priest was on After the Bell. Really good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like him a bit more, and I actually think I probably have seen him before in the bar I went to before
Really?
as a bouncer back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was a bouncer and shit. And how him and Triple H's relationship is going and things like that is actually really cool to listen to. I definitely recommend to listen to that. I like, there's this podcast I listen to, the Game March podcast, which is a couple of Brian Myers guys. They have all wrestling video game podcasts. And they played ECW Hardcore Revolution. It was a really funny cast because that game was pretty bad.
Oh. No, wait. Which system was that for?
That was on PlayStation, Dreamcast, N64, and that's it. And probably Game Boy. Game Boy usually had ports. That was Acclaim. That was, with the WWF Attitude Engine.
Oh, I was gonna ask, and all you had to say was Acclaim.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
No point.
I see the one you listen to, so I'm gonna add that to my playlist.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Aubrey's on there. She's actually really good. Her and Tony, like, I like the vibe they have.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't really listened to any of them, so that would be the first one I'll listen to.
mm-hmm.
New Day podcast. They did a tournament of the best action movies of all time. It's pretty hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to it. Chris Van Vliet had one that I listened to. Oh, the Jake Roberts one was actually really good.
Oh wow.
And there was another one that I listened to that was actually really good too. I think it was Who was it? I listened to it the other day. Cause I like go fucking Wednesdays like my pod. Cause not only that, the Matt Hardy one was good. Jeff Cobb was good too.
Wow.
And Eric Rowan. He had Eric Rowan on. That was actually.
I heard that one. That's a good one. That's pretty good.
Also, Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. They are going on fire with this, and they also have their new one called the FWF Podcast, which is their wrestling figure, fantasy figure podcast, which they book shows, and you pretty much get you in the mood. Like it's pretty much like WWF Universe mode. Each person gets a show, and they got to book the show.
Okay.
That's what they're doing with the action figures, though. They're doing it with the Bone Crushers, WCW figures, and everything like that. They draft. They do all this shit. It's on Wednesdays. You can listen to the weekly shows on Wednesdays, and the pay-per-views are on the Patreon.
Nice.
I've been enjoying a lot of it. As stupid and how dumb a lot of it is. Like freaking Matt Cardona books like 10,000 like ladder matches within the shows and shit. And Brian Myers is I think Brian Myers is winning right now because he's very simplified with his booking, but he makes sense with his booking. As in, Matt Cardona goes crazy and has like a triple cage match and fire table match and things like that.
Why not?
Definitely listen to that. It's part of their. It's in their Major Wrestling Figure podcast. They have it. It's on Wednesdays. It's called Figure Wrestling Federation. They are up to their 5th episode. I usually listen to it early because I am on their Patreon.
Oh, here's another one I heard, and make sure to check these out because they don't get enough love, but they put in a lot of work, and that's Swerve City podcast.
Okay.
Because they had Shotzi Blackheart.
Yes, I listened to that one. That was good.
That's a really good one. She is so nuts. I love it.
Yeah, I love Shanti.
Super high energy. Like the vibe that she brings to wrestling is like one of the best things. And then to hear her talk about how she is like, oh, that's great.
She's a funny character. Like again, I got to meet her and not knowing if she was a wrestler or not. I was just waiting for my drink and I had just a little conversation with her. And then I saw her music hit and she fucking ran. And it was like, oh shit, I gotta go.
And now listening to her talk and the way she describes herself and stuff is like, I could definitely see that because she super comes off as not a wrestler. She's just like, it seems like she just happens to be there.
Yeah, she has like the vibe. Like she looks like a fan. She looks like everything. Like she could be a fan easily. And she was very sweet. She was very cool. And I had the conversation. She was actually really cool. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did listen to that one. I gotta go back and listen to some of his other ones he had.
The Bailey one is pretty good.
Yeah, that's one I have on my list to listen to, the Bailey one. And there was another one. I think Breeze was on.
And Ruby Riot is another one too.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Talking Shop. I've been listening to Talking Shop. They always been fun. They always have some crazy shit going on. They're on
Yeah.
Sundays. Definitely listen to theirs.
Okay. Okay.
Jericho has Eddie Kingston. That was actually an interesting conversation as well.
Okay.
There's too many podcasts for me to
I
listen to.
mean, you're not wrong. You're right.
So what I do is I put everything on a list and then I just go straight through them on at work.
Okay.
I have one ear plug in my ear and I'll listen to as many podcasts as I could possibly listen to.
I don't blame.
You know what I missed though? That she hasn't had a new podcast in a while.
Who's that?
Lillian Garcia.
Oh wow, yeah, true.
And Austin. Austin don't make new cast anymore either.
Really?
Yeah,
He
he hasn't
hasn't
made a
done
new
it
one.
yet,
It's always
right?
classic episodes.
Has he been like off the radar, or has he been doing like other stuff now?
He's probably doing other stuff and he hasn't done it yet. But the last new one he had was a while ago, maybe sometime last year.
Gotcha.
But anyway, yeah. Listen to all those. Definitely listen to all our other casts as well. We have quite a few out, so definitely check them out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
let's get into last but not least because we didn't get to really get into it. The whole Vince McMahon trying to ban their third party things for wrestlers.
Yeah, outside income from third party sources, like specifically like things like Twitch, things like Cameo. I don't know about YouTube.
YouTube,
Like
yeah,
that was specifically listed on there.
yeah,
Okay. So, because I remember like there's so many people on YouTube, but it sounds like it's you said it doesn't seem like it's Vince mandated. It's somebody got in his ear and
yeah.
like he's just like, oh, what's this? Yeah. So,
And it looks like they're trying to find a way to make extra income. So if they actually put WWE in it, they do make a profit off of it,
understood.
and that's kind of sleazy.
I mean, yes, but that's not that part. I understand how corporate stuff works on
Yeah.
that end. That's not like broken. That's just it's bad because that's how corporate
Yeah.
business is. That's the part that's like.
But what hurts it, what I could see not going through is the fact that they are independent contractors, and to the fact that they could just use their real name, and they're trying to say that they
Some of them-
own
See,
the
that's
real
a
name.
problem. Some of them they don't own their real name. That's
Yeah.
crazy to know that that's real.
Yeah, that's a
read it.
different thing. Like you cannot buy someone's real name. Like if
No,
they're
they
using,
can sell your real name though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you sign it away, you can sell it.
yeah,
So some cases, it like legitimately you could look it up. It's like yeah, they do own their name.
yeah,
Remember, they own Cody's fake last name, but like that's like family fake name. And it's like,
yeah.
but what? Yeah, but not even him. I think I'm trying to remember who was a specific case, but there is somebody like younger and newer that their name is like, oh yeah, they do own their name. It's like wow. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm not happy with it. I hope it goes away because I actually you see how many fucking YouTube videos we watch and I send you and shit. Like I'm a fan of everyone. Like I liked it. I think it's a great thing to have too because you become more of a fan because you learn about their personal. You actually get into knowing the characters more than anything, and you get to know the person behind it. A big example is Xavier Woods at his Up Down Down channel.
That's 100%.
I don't think that one's going to be affected whatsoever, but
hope not.
it's the other because it's part of WWE. They do sell merchandise and all that shit for it as well. It's the same thing with like After the Bell. It's the same thing with the New Day podcast. They're all under WWE's banner.
Yeah, but see, they don't. That's literally them working. But when you have people like Paige having to change her name,
Yeah,
like yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Because but I get it.
I get it.
I do get it. I do get it on that front. It's like, but that sucks.
yeah,
Because the thing about it is, the reason that they're popular is because when they have that name that they've built up,
yeah.
you know that name, and so that's when it becomes WWE's responsibility to step in and go, listen, we made you famous.
Yeah.
That's why people subscribe to your channel, but it's like that, at the same time, that sucks.
I think WWE should work with them at least.
I hope they do.
and get like a small percentage. Small.
I hope they do.
Because I feel it's not right. I think you as the performers and what they do, they are independent contracts. You're not paying their health. You're not paying their dental and things like that. And I feel like wrestlers actually should start unionizing, because right now, that's not cool.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You don't have no one talking for you, and I feel like a lot of wrestlers right now are hiring a lawyer to fight this, because that's a big amount of income to get from the side as well.
I'll put it to you this way: they one of the things, instead of trying to say, trying to spread rumors. I forgot. I can't give him the credit because I forgot which one of the wrestling outlets did it. But they went down the income of what Paige would lose if she lost her Twitch, and it's $25,000 a year. So it's like, that's more than some people make in a year, regardless.
Yeah.
And that's a chunk of income that she made by herself without their help. But the thing about this whole problem is that her name is the thing that carries the value.
Yeah.
Because she had to change her name to Saraya Official.
Yeah.
If I wasn't a wrestling fan like that, I wouldn't know what the hell Saraya is.
Yeah.
Like, that's the messed up part.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how it holds weight.
And then also it becomes something, and you're promoting it on your WWE Twitter.
This is also true. So like, at one point you go, hey man, look, they have the right to do that, but they don't have the right to just be taking everything and in the name of you trying to use WWE to make yourself money. That's not what's happening. So there has to be a fine line figured out here.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I feel bad. Look, again, hopefully they work something out that they can still keep their stuff and still be creative outside the ring, because that's the only way to get people to notice them too, because you don't put them on TV.
This is true. But I mean, can you be surprised? Look what they did to Broski.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he did make it. Yes, he did get belts and whatnot. But in the end, he kind of got penalized for getting over on his own.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is the fact that, thank God, they got fired.
Yeah.
Because Major Wrestling Figure Podcast would have been one of those things.
Yeah, you're right. Because they called themselves even by their name in the podcast.
Yeah. Well, they never called themselves. They said AKA Zack Ryder. They never really actually.
They probably would have had to stop if they stayed. Yeah.
Yeah. So now they always use their real names, and that's the one thing they always put in, that they own their real names, because they never use it as a wrestling name. This is the first time Matt Cardona is going by Matt Cardona.
Yeah. And I bet you he's smart enough not to sell his name.
Yeah, 100%. But hopefully it doesn't affect anyone, because I saw Billy Kay just start a channel, and I'm excited to see where that goes. Peyton Royce has a channel. I want to see where that goes. And even Zelina and Alexa Black have a little channel.
And they have Twitches and all that stuff. Same thing with Adam Cole. Same thing with Cesaro. Same thing with Breeze. Yeah.
And it's the Sweets with AEW guy Sean Spears.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's a lot of things that let's see what happens. Hopefully they can work something out with them, and it's good for both sides, but hopefully it doesn't require for them to not have their thing.
Yes, I hope not.
Yeah, because this is also rare to interact with fans. Because Cameo, Big E's probably one of the number one people on Cameo. He's actually like the top 5.
Did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's top 5 on Cameo.
That's interesting.
Because everyone loved Big E.
So, do you know what he does on Cameo? Because I know he makes jokes about the funny
whatever
stuff.
You want. Whatever you want.
Have you seen any of the stuff that he's actually done?
He does happy birthdays. He'll do happy New Year's, happy anniversary, congratulations. You're an asshole. Whatever you want, you ask him, you do it.
Good shit.
You want to spend $125 to call someone an asshole? He'll do it for you.
I like that.
Yeah. Alexa Bliss, she was charging $400 per person.
I mean, if they're gonna pay,
yeah. Someone paid $400 to ask her on a date and got.
Of course, they're gonna get turned down.
And got turned down. Damn, she don't give a fuck about your $400. You just wasted your $400, dumbass.
Stop it, guy. Come on.
Anyway, Let's wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Oh, I just want to bring up
Okay.
one more thing because it was a positive thing.
Okay.
And it was we finally got to see like another picture of Sonya Deville post everything. She's looking good. She was smiling in the picture, so like hopefully things are going good for her.
Yeah.
So let's keep it positive.
Yes. Positive. So we wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Follow us on all social medias. We on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch TV, or Merc with the Mic. Follow our Facebook pages, the Wrestling Link and the Wrestling Babble. Follow our other casts. We have the Not a Trekkie. We have the Morphin Cast, which has a new episode. We have the Gamer Rage podcast, which has a new episode. Get Spread Ass Red podcast, which we will be reviewing next live on with Legend of Chung Li. And our show shot coming. So definitely check those out. And then follow everything else and follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc.
Yep,
That's YouTube. That's Instagram, Twitch. No, not Twitch. Excuse me. Twitter, Tumblr. What else is there? We got a damn WordPress. Hell yeah, we everywhere.
Yeah. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Because he got them sandwiches.
Yes. You got them sandwiches. And fuck Michael Cole.
Hell yeah. You've seen that hammer before, Michael Cole. Stop playing.
Yeah, fuck Michael Cole. Fuck Zordon. We have a lot of people that we just say fuck them. Zordon and Michael Cole is the new one now.
There's nothing personal, but fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Peace out. Laters.